unsettling. I think the devil's meddling. I'm leveling up to level everything in front of me. Most motherfuckers is maxed out by now. They all must be malfunctioning. It's been like 358 days since I done caught me a fade. Haterade in my cup, y'all know what's going down whenever that bitch getting raised. My shit list getting extensive. Gotta start a new page. I'm probably erasing written in pencil. My thoughts making me.
It is about damn time, chat. It is about damn time. The Mariners, it has been announced, are close to acquiring Brendan Donovan. This in a 3-team trade with the Tampa Bay Rays and, of course, the St. Louis Cardinals. So let's talk about it. I'm going to go through really quick and see if I can find what the moves or what pieces are going here. But let's talk about Brendan Donovan, man. Obviously, we've been talking about Brendan Donovan since quite literally November, and they are finally making the move. So the quote from Jeff Passan: the Seattle Mariners are nearing a deal to acquire infielder-outfielder Brendan Donovan from the St. Louis Cardinals as part of a 3-way trade that also includes Tampa Bay. A deal that has been considered for weeks would finally land Seattle the versatile infielder. I mean, I agree with a lot of you. I was so tired of talking about Brendan Donovan. It's just finally happening. I don't know, with it being a 3-team trade and part of it being the and part of it being with the Rays, I think that Ty Pete could potentially be in this trade going to the Rays. This is something that we've heard for a long time now. The Rays really like Ty Pete. They also really like Griffin Huggis. So either of those guys I feel like could be a part of this trade going to Tampa Bay. But at the same time, maybe because it's a 3-team trade, maybe this trade doesn't involve, you know, as many top guys as we thought it might. Maybe if the Rays wanted, you know, Pete and Huggis, and then they're sending some people to the Cardinals, or maybe the Mariners are even acquiring like a reliever or something like that from the Rays or something. I don't really know. Obviously, we're still waiting to hear what this package is, but Brendan Donovan is going to be a Seattle Mariner. We have talked about this forever. And I literally mentioned on Twitter yesterday, I said, Brendan Donovan will be a Mariner by the end of Monday. Book it. And here we are, chat. It is Monday, and Brendan Donovan is about to be a Seattle Mariner. As of right now, I see a lot of people asking about the package. There is no reported package yet. I am scrolling through Twitter trying to find anything that I can for you guys. In fact, hang on. Let me do this. I'm going to bring up, whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. Let me bring up Twitter really quick, and we can take a gander. And let me move this over here and see what we can find here, because again, nothing has been reported yet, but let me move over to the PC side here. Let's see. Every time I switch to this scene, my friggin' whatever it's called, my mic is just not there. Okay. So, let me get my camera on there too. Yeah, as of right now, still we haven't heard anything about what this rumored package is going to be. So, yeah, Passan reported it, but no package yet, chat. No package has been announced. So we're still kind of in wait and see mode. One of these is going to have my camera. There it is. All right, I don't need to be that big. So let's move me over here. Yeah, chat, Joe's at the movies right now because of course he is. Of course he is. Joe's always at the movies when something interesting happens. Yeah, but yeah, deal is confirmed. Deal is definitely confirmed. So it's happening. It's just whether or not, like, what the package is going to be in return is really the main question at this point. Why? YouTube's being weird. I can't look at the chat right now. It's being really dumb. There we go. All right. So, scrolling through the old Twitter here. Ty just got done editing today's show. That's tough for Ty. That is tough for Ty. Yeah, Joe's at the movies. Joe's at the movies right now, chat. Who do you hope is traded? I really do think that D'Angelo Sanger could be a part of this deal. Because the Rays are involved, I'm hoping Griffin Huggis and Ty Pete are part of this deal going to the Rays. That is, something that I think would help this package a little bit. Let's see what Jage says. A little bittersweet today with the Donovan and Mariners trade. I was kind of looking forward to an entire night of receipts being thrown away or another on the trade. But of course, the Rays are here to muck all this up, potentially make this way bigger. Yeah, let's just, for a second, chat, talk about... I'm going to zoom out a little bit. My goodness, I zoomed in too far. Let's just talk about really quick what the Rays could be sending, right? Let's go Rays roster. Could the Mariners be interested in one of the Rays relievers? And I think it's certainly possible. Now, I don't necessarily think Griffin Jax could be the guy, though that would be obviously an awesome get. I've talked a lot about Cole Sulser in the past and Edwin Ucenta in the past. So I would be super thrilled if one of those guys could be in this deal as well. $4.99 from Boomer. Appreciate it, Boomer. Bro, I'm stoked. How much does this improve our overall WAR? Every single year, Donovan has been worth about two wins. So I feel like that is basically what you can expect from this. Is about 2 wins out of Donovan. He will be your leadoff hitter, more than likely. Now, we talked about it on today's podcast. He's not going to necessarily be your opening day second baseman. He's going to be moving around. So he might be playing third base. He might be playing right field. He might be DHing for you come opening day. Cole Young is still going to get the lion's share of the at-bats over there at second base. So, scrolling through here, still nothing. But yeah, Edwin Ucenta, I think, could make some sense here, or Cole Sulser. I think that if they can get either of those guys, that would be a big get for the Mariners, just in terms of... I guess I'm just going to go back to the normal screen for now, chat, while we wait. I think that acquiring either of those guys would be big for the bullpen moving forward. I think that if you get Edwin Ucenta, who has been solid for quite some over the past couple of years now, that could be someone that if the Mariners can find a way to get him. Now, again, the Rays have been interested in Ty Pete and interested in Griffin Huggis over the past few years, but that doesn't necessarily mean, especially after the year that Ty Pete just had, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to still be interested in Ty Pete. So, just keep that in mind. Ty tweeted, I don't have to talk about Brendan Donovan hypothetically anymore. Finally. You would have much rather paid $20 to $25 million for Gino? That might be the worst take I've ever heard, Lucario. That might be the worst take I've ever heard. So Donovan basically fills the Polanco war that we lost. And I think that, yeah, that's true. And on top of that, he can play more positions than Jorge could. Jorge, they put him at second base quite a bit. But that, you couldn't really see. You saw him at third a little bit. It wasn't good. But hang on, let me tweet. I'm willing to bet Ty Pete and or Griffin Huggis is going to Tampa Bay. I was already right once about him being a Mariner by the end of Monday. So now I'm saying that's going to be the deal. I'm assuming that D'Angelo Sanger is probably a part of this trade going back to the Cardinals, if I had to guess. Donovan, Yandy, and Uceta. I don't necessarily... I appreciate the two, Mike. I don't really see the value in Yandy Diaz. I don't think the Mariners are going to add 2 bats in this. I think it could be a bat and a reliever. I don't think they're going to add 2 bats in this deal. I really don't. I think that you're going to... Hang on, Drew. Let me look around, Drew. Sorry, Drew. I can't find who asked, brother. I don't think that the Mariners really have any desire to go get 2 bats in this deal. They're going to give they are going to give Cole Young the lion's share of at-bats at second. Third base is probably going to be between Ben Williamson, Brendan Donovan, and Colt Emerson. Those are the guys that are going to be over there at third base. I think Ian, welcome back, Colton Wong. No shot, bro. No shot. Ian's that guy. That's crazy. Yeah, Donovan and you said it would be an absolute steal. I mean, this package has the potential to be huge. This package has the potential to be massive, if you will. And why do you think Matt Brash is getting traded in this, Manny? Hello? What makes you think Matt Brash is getting traded in this deal? I doubt that. I highly doubt Matt Brash is going in this deal. Yeah, so if I had to guess what this deal is, I would say the Mariners are trading Drangelo Sanger and then one of Ty Pete or Griffin Huggas, and that maybe they'll lose, like, I don't know, like Hunter Cranton or somebody. That is, I guess, the package I could see being made here, with the Mariners acquiring Donovan and Uceda. And then with the Cardinals, they would be acquiring Drangelo Sanger in that deal, maybe even Hunter Cranton or something like that, or maybe Tyler Cleveland. And then they would probably be getting somebody from the Rays. I don't necessarily know who the Cardinals could want from the Rays, to be honest with you. Let's look at the Rays roster again, chat. Because the Rays roster, it'd have to be somebody young, because the Cardinals are obviously, looking to compete in a couple of years. They're not going to be able to compete this year. I also could see Garrett Clevenger being another guy the Mariners could be looking at to acquire. Like, could they want, like, Nick Fortes? Maybe. I think that's possible. Nick Fortes could be a guy they're looking at. I forgot Jake Fraley and Gavin Lux are on the Rays now. What the hell? I don't think Chandler Simpson, like Jacob Melton, Justin Henry Malloy, like, looking through there, I don't think any of those guys make a whole lot of sense. Let's look at the Rays top 30 from 2025. I don't think they're going to trade Carson Williams. Maybe they could look at, like, Brody Hopkins, though I don't know what the Cardinals would send back to the Rays in a deal like that. Again, Jacob Melton is certainly possible. I don't think they would trade Xavier Isaac, though I guess they could. Aiden Smith, I mean, the Rays have a ton of outfielders. Maybe they'd be willing to trade Aiden Smith, their number 10. Just a lot of different options for this trade now that the Rays are involved. And Ben Williamson is in this trade. Ben Williamson is being sent to he's involved in the trade. The Tampa Bay Rays are going to be getting Ben Williamson. Wow. Interesting. Okay, well, never mind, guys. Donovan, are they opening a door for Colt Emerson to be the opening day third baseman? Hold on. Did the Mariners just open the door for Colt Emerson to be their everyday third baseman? What in the world? So, obviously, if Colt isn't the guy at third, then you go with Brendan Donovan at third. I think that Colt might be making this team. Wow. Honestly, Ben Williamson is very much a Rays candidate, like a Rays guy. Let's see. He's very much a Rays guy. Wow, Ben Williamson. We have so many lefties now. Yeah, I mean, facing left-handed pitching is going to be interesting. Isn't Caminero the Rays' third baseman? He is, although he might fit better as a designated hitter or even a first baseman. Does that mean that Yandy Diaz could be involved in this trade? I don't think he's coming back to the Mariners. Hold on. Ben Williamson being involved in this trade is throwing me for a loop. They truly think Colt Emerson is going to be the opening day third baseman. Ben will play shortstop for the Rays. That's also possible. Ben could definitely play short. I expect the Mariners, if you're trading Ben Williamson, I expect the Mariners to be getting a reliever from Tampa Bay. Whether it be Uceda, Clevenger, or Solser. I would assume one of those three. Man, I met Ben 2 days ago. Great dude. I just talked to him. This is so sad. Surely Yandy would have been reported. That's a good point. You would assume that Yandy Diaz would have been reported at this point. Ben Williamson couldn't hit last year, but I mean, him changing his swing and whatnot, I'm thinking that Ben Williamson is going to have a decent year, especially going to a ballpark like Tampa Bay that's a little bit easier to hit in as a right-handed hitter than T-Mobile is. So, wow. Is Donovan not going to play third? He might play third. Donovan might play third, but I think that they are opening the door fully for Colt Emerson to be the everyday third baseman. But if Colt Emerson struggles, you can put Brendan Donovan there, and that's completely fine. That's completely fine. If Colt Emerson is great, then awesome. You can use Donovan at second, obviously over there at third as DH or outfield. But if you need Donovan to be your everyday third baseman, then you can use that. It's basically, think about what the Mariners did last year with Jorge Polanco, moving him to second base when Cole Young struggled. I think that that's kind of the idea here with Brendan Donovan, is he's going to kind of DH and, be a utility guy for you. But if you need to put him at one spot, then that's where you're going to put him. Is Donovan now the everyday DH? I don't think so. I don't think every day. I think that you're going to see him switch off with all the guys at second, third, and in right field as well. Like, if you're facing a tough righty, right? You want to have Dom Canzone as your DH with Brendan Donovan in right field, then I think that's completely fine. What happens to Cole Young? Cole Young's still going to be the second baseman. Yeah, Brandon, you did. I mean, I definitely saw the possibility. It was just still nobody's reporting. Nobody's reported anything other than Williamson yet. Where's Cole Young going to play? Cole Young is still going to be the opening day second baseman. Who said that Williamson's gone? Bob Nightingale. Yeah, that's another great shout, Brian. Yeah, he can play left field and Randy can DH more as well. That's true. Randy's probably best suited as a designated hitter. Donovan is the Polanco replacement. Yep, who is a lot more versatile. He's a lot more versatile than Jorge Polanco. Oh man, whoa! I can't I can't say that I was expecting this today. I was literally sitting here being like, man, I need to record a video. What should it be about? And then I checked my phone and I saw the passing tweet, and I'm like, well, here we go. Your stream coming up in my feed makes me happy that baseball season's almost back. I appreciate that, Sean. Yeah, we're getting close. We got like a week to go until pitchers and catchers start reporting. Someone says the rent. Okay. DePoto said a move was coming. Yeah, we knew a move was coming. I said he was going to be a Mariner by the end of Monday. By end of day Monday. And here we are. It's Monday, chat. It's Monday. Do we think Cardinals catcher is going to Tampa? It's certainly possible. I can see that happening. Are you content if this is the final trade prior to the season start? Or do you think we need more than just Donovan? I think that I'm fine. If this is the final move. I would like them to add another reliever, but that could be, free agent or something like that. I think I'm fine if this is the last bat they add. And if they say, hey, we are planning on Colt Emerson being the opening day third baseman and Cole Young being at second base, I think that's fine. Let's see. I think that's fine. And then again, if Colt Emerson isn't good, if Colt Emerson struggles, you could put Donovan as your everyday third baseman, no harm, no foul. I'm still looking, chat. The only reported name so far is Ben Williamson. Prepping to see a Donovan Sneaky Reasons video. It's coming out tomorrow. I'll post it tomorrow, chat. I got you. Appreciate the 2, Lucario. This might mean less trade deadline moves this year. Yeah, I mean, if the team is, if there are holes in the roster come the trade deadline, then sure. Yeet, let's go, Big Daddy Z. Oh, there's gonna be a Sneaky Reasons video. Chat, why would I not make a Sneaky Reasons video? Those are our best performing videos. Like, if you look through our top, 10 videos of all time, at least 2 or 3 of them are the Sneaky Reason videos. Drop to your knees in an Arby's. I did that the other day when I heard that Rick Riz was retiring. No. Donovan is going to be a starter. Don't get it twisted. Donovan's going to play every single day. It's just that he is going to move around. He's not going to be in one position. You're going to have him move around right field, second base, third base, and designated hitter. Could Rayleigh or Dom be involved in this trade? Absolutely. Absolutely they could. And I would honestly be shocked if one of them isn't involved in this. I would be shocked if one of the right fielders is not involved in this deal. Obviously, we know Ben Williamson's already getting moved. It's literally all we know right now. I think that I still think that you're going to see Drangelo Sanger get moved in this deal. Obviously, nothing's been announced yet. I would not be shocked if you see Ty Pete or Griffin Huggis in this deal. Any idea how long we have Donovan for? Yep, this year and next year. So Donovan will be with the Mariners this year for, I think, $5.6 million. And then you are going to get him next year in his final year of arbitration. So, who knows how much that's going to be. Like, it could be $10 million or something like that. But a steal of a deal. Moving a lefty bat off this lineup feels necessary. Yeah, I don't disagree, Dylan. Larry Johnson with the subscription. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't disagree. I do think that moving a lefty out of this lineup does make some sense. Whether that be, Dom Canzone or Luke Rayleigh. Mello with the $4.99. I swear to God, if it takes hours, I'm assuming you're trying to say I'll go crazy. Every player whose jersey I've ever bought has been traded away up to this point. That's tough, Mello. That's tough. You want Arroyo? I mean, I could see Michael Arroyo being involved in this. Robles, Williamson, and Emerson, as in the trade, not happening. I could see Arroyo being involved, but it would take a much bigger pack. Like, it would take a lot more coming back to Seattle. Why am I still paying these guys? Silence, Dylan. Still nothing, man. You get washing machines. Yeah, we'll trade you some washing machines. What does that mean for Ref Snyder's usage? Ref Snyder's going to be in there versus... Ref Snyder will be in there versus left-handed pitching. 100%. 100%. God, thanks. Thank you, Mike. Let's see. Mike just sent me... Mello with the $1.99. Rayleigh. Oh, okay. That makes way more sense. You bought a Rayleigh jersey? That's tough. That's tough, dude. On base percentage wise, over the past few years, Brendan Donovan is 12th. Brendan Donovan is 12th on base percentage wise over the past, how many years was that? since 2022. So since he debuted, he is 12th in on-base percentage, which is huge. The Mariners need a guy at the top of the lineup that can get on base. So, Brackus becoming a member. Appreciate that, Brackus. Let's go. Shout out, Brackus. I'm on the edge of my seat waiting for this package. Oh my god, I know. I can't talk about this deal in its entirety until I know, and it's driving me insane. We got 526 people in here waiting to hear what this return is going to be. Just waiting. Here's a tweet from Adam Jude. He says, in 4 seasons in St. Louis, Brendan Donovan has a career slash line of 282, 361, 411, with a 117 OPS plus. He's hit 40 home runs with 97 doubles and an 11.1 WAR. Donovan's 13% strikeout rate in 2025 was among the lowest in baseball, and his 119 WRC plus ranked 5th among regular MLB second basemen. So is this deal official? Not until medicals and stuff go through. So it's not officially official yet, but we normally, even before the deal is official, we generally hear like the players being moved. You got it, Jen? Let's go. Let's go, Jen. Hopefully you like it. It's a little bit old, so sorry if the box is a little messed up, but yeah, I fully expect Brendan Donovan to be the leadoff hitter for this team, chat. I do. What is the deal? Has yet to be announced, Brian. We're working on it. We heard that Ben Williamson is a part of it. We have heard that Ben Williamson is a part of it, but that is the extent of what we know. We know it's a 3-team trade. Cal about to lead the league in RBI. I mean, yeah, hitting behind Brendan Donovan and Julio Rodriguez. Yeah, I'd say so. Okay, so this is the Mariners' potential lineup as tweeted by Adam Jude. This is versus right-handed pitching. Interesting to note here. So he has Brendan Donovan at second base or third base, batting leadoff. Then you have Julio, Cal. Yo, appreciate it, Savage. Appreciate the sub. So Brendan Donovan, Julio, Cal, Josh Naylor, Randy Arozarena, Victor in right field, Cole Young / Ben Williamson at second base, third base. So I don't know. Adam Jude seems to think that Ben Williamson may still be with the club. And of course, J.P. Crawford at shortstop batting 9. I mean, maybe Adam Jude just hasn't heard that like Williamson's expected to be a part of it, I guess. Now I'm confused. Now I'm confused. Can't trust Bob? True. That's true. It was Bob Nightingale. How can you trust Bob Nightingale? The tweet was deleted? The tweet from Bob Nightingale or the tweet from Adam Jude was deleted? Probably switching Williamson with Emerson? That's absolutely not happening. They're absolutely not trading Colt Emerson. Is it a pipe dream to ask for Lazaro Montes? It's tough to say, Gil. I mean, you think about this now being a 3-team trade. It's hard to say what's going to happen now because obviously with the Rays being involved, it throws me for a loop. I would be very bummed if Lazaro Montes is in this trade, just simply because I love Lazaro Montes. I could see it happening, but I would prefer that it did not. Yo, Sean, what's up, dude? I'd very much prefer that he wouldn't be. Oh, you mean the lineup? Oh, I'm so sorry, Aiden. I'm so sorry. I didn't understand. Michael, appreciate the sub. Let's see. Oh, you meant Emerson Hancock. No. Oh, I got you. My bad, chat. My bad. Flaming Hot Takes has retweeted our post and just said, whoa. How do we do it, chat? How do we do it? Holy water bottle. It's a chug jug. It's a full-on chug jug. Brad with the subscription. I appreciate that. Chat, if you guys are here and waiting for this deal just like the rest of us, please like this stream and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. It definitely helps out a ton. MLB reporting the trade, so it's really happening. Yeah, this is really happening. $2 from Mike. Appreciate that $2, Mike. This is happening, chat. This deal is happening. It's just a matter of what the package is going to be. I could be a biased. Do you think Canzone's breaking out? We're at 57 likes. Gotta pump up those numbers. Ed with the subscription. Appreciate that subscription, Ed. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you. Where were you when you heard Jerry pulled this trade? When I heard it was official, I was sitting right here. Has Joe told you his thoughts yet? Nope. I messaged him and said, all right, time to go live. And he said, LOL, I'm at the movies. And I said, classic Joe. And I haven't talked to him since. Let's see. I do have a message from him. He said he's posting a TikTok or a reel. Perfect. That's all we need. Perfect. In the middle of all this, the Marlins are announcing that they're going to be a part of Marlins.tv. They're going to be a part of the same thing the Mariners are, so cool. Cardinals threw in Colton Wong. Okay, guys. How long have you had this graphic made up? You know, believe it or not, I actually just now made it. I think that I made it months ago, and then I forgot. And then I forgot that I had made it. So, yeah, here we are. If the Cardinals weren't in a rebuild, Donovan is the perfect lifetime Cardinal. Yeah, I agree. I think that if they weren't in a rebuild, this trade wouldn't happen. But because they are in the middle of a rebuild, then I think that explains why they were willing to trade him. So, Laz might be in this deal. Don't say that, baller. Don't say that. Julio and Cal of the St. Louis for Brendan Donovan. Yeah, for sure, man. Delusional Mariners fan says Rayleigh and Robles in right field, Dom and Refsnyder at DH, then either Cole at second base and Donovan at third, or Donovan at second base and Colt at third. Yeah, this really opens up a lot of avenues for what the Mariners can do with their young guys. So, is Joe... I don't know what Joe's seeing. I have no idea. We just went from a heavy right-handed hitting team, heavy left. Honestly, I think the Mariners could still add another righty to this lineup, because I feel like if you face a tough lefty, it's going to be a rough day. Yeah, so we heard... Let's go, Sworn Blade. I appreciate that sub, man. Appreciate that. We heard originally from Bob Nightingale that Ben Williamson was getting traded to Tampa Bay. However, allegedly... that's still what we've heard. So if Williamson's going to Tampa Bay, Drangelo Sanger going to the Cardinals, and then maybe the Mariners are sending one other player somewhere in this deal. I'm assuming that Drangelo Sanger is going to the Cardinals in this deal. I still wouldn't be surprised if Ty Pete or Griffin Huggas is a part of this deal going to Tampa Bay. You've been buying Mariners merch on eBay. It is a sign. You want to talk Mariners merch? You say win it for Rick? Hold on. I got you, chat. Let's win it for Rick, huh? Hold on. Let me pull up our win it for Rick products here. World Champs 2026? Hell yeah, Jordan. Let's see it. Joe seeing Iron Lung. Classic. You guys want to win it for Rick, chat? Shameless plug here. If you guys do want to get our Win It for Rick shirt, friendly reminder that this is, that we are giving half the proceeds from this shirt to Rick Riz's Toys for Kids Foundation. Win It for Rick. So, if you guys want to get a cool shirt and also help support Rick Riz's foundation, just if you would like to get a cool shirt, it's right there. I made the design myself. I don't know if it's good. I'm not necessarily a good designer, but again, half the proceeds are going to Rick Riz's foundation. So tell me he's a contact hitter. Yes, he is a contact hitter. He's as a 361 OBP. He hit 280 throughout his career. So Ty Dan Gonzalez is cool. Yeah, I don't want to know the trade details anyway. Buster Olney says for a lineup: Donovan at third, Julio in center, Cal at catcher, Naylor at first, Rosarena in left field. Peyton, I appreciate that subscription. And Nick becoming a member. I appreciate that from both you guys. Ref Snyder, Rayleigh, DH. Robles, Canzone, and right. Shortstop of J.P. Crawford. And then second base, Cole Young, Leo Rivas. Just order the shirt. Thanks for a reminder. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Shen. Adam Jude says the players involved are in the process of being notified, but Ben Williamson is expected to be traded to Tampa Bay. Okay, so now we are hearing it from Adam Jude, who sounds like deleted his tweet. Sounds like he deleted his tweet about Ben Williamson being in the lineup. So we know, chat, that Ben Williamson is officially a part of this deal. Hook and ladder. Appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. Again, chat, if you guys aren't subscribed, please subscribe, because we are going to be giving out a ton of... we're going to be talking a ton about this trade and the moves moving forward. So, still nothing. Adam just updated. Yup. Starting to sound like a nice group, got to admit. Honestly. I think that this team, this finally moved the needle. This offseason. Obviously re-signing Josh Naylor, but getting Brendan Donovan is going to be huge for this team. It's an upgrade, technically, by 0.1 WAR. True. Have you guys locked in your dates for Peoria? Yep, we will be there, Tyler, from March 1st to the 14th. Yep. Trangelo just put his phone on airplane mode. How does this change your offseason grade? So, chat, this was... man. I was going to make the grade for this offseason just simply a pass-fail. I wasn't going to give it a grade. I was going to be a pass-fail. Did you make the team better or not? And I was going to say no. I was going to say this was a failure of an offseason. But now, and we don't know the moves yet, so it definitely could change. We don't know who all is moving. But Michael, become a member of the Mojovians. I appreciate that, Michael. Thank you. Appreciate that. Donnie was worth 3.1 more offense. Yeah, depending on if you use Fangraphs or Baseball Reference, WAR kind of changes a little bit. But this really is the best team we've ever seen going into opening day. I can't believe my eyes. Yeah, true. Donovan's playing with iguanas today. Check Discord. What? What the hell? He posted a video of him playing with iguanas? You gonna cover spring training like last year? I'm gonna try my best. I'll try my best to cover it. I'm gonna be there only for 2 weeks this time, instead of the full month. But is it true we lost Williamson? Yeah, it's sounding like that is true. Sounding like that's a fact. Yeah, Brendan Donovan was just posting pictures of cold iguanas. Spencer becoming or subscribing. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Spencer, for getting on here and being a part of what we got cooking here. So, let's see. Anything? Guy from the Mexican League signed with the Rockies. So, still need one more bat? I don't know. Who is playing third? Colt Emerson or Donovan. Colt Emerson or Brendan Donovan. I think one of those two guys is literally going to be the third baseman, which is insane. On paper, this offense is better than last season. It's true. And I feel like when you talk about where this offense is, you have to incorporate the fact that more than likely Cal Raleigh isn't going to hit 60 home runs in 2025. You know what I mean? So we got to kind of look at it that way here. I'm going to tweet out the stream really quick. 1 second, chat. Let's tweet out the stream. 1 sec. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Shoot. Sorry, chat. First time I've ever done this, I guess. Who just subscribed? Who did it? Miles, subscribe. Miles, I appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Appreciate that. Okay. Boink. And then post the picture. Post. Boom. People on Twitter were asking if we're doing an emergency pod, and no, we're doing an emergency live stream instead. Holy Aftermath with the 20 gifted members to Bobby, to Kyle, to Shanae, to Gmo, to War Rob, to Steve, to, oh my god, it's moving so fast, Donald, to Nate, to Rar, to Richie, to Jake, to Cole Richie, to Joseph Caffrey, MPW, JD, Owen, Cruz, Trey, and Yobi. Oh, and Resolute Jim. Goodness, great, dude, I appreciate it. Shout out. Can we just get a shout out to our boy Chaos Junkie coming through? I don't know why it said Aftermath. It's at Aftermath something, but shout out to you, Chaos Junkie. I appreciate you, bro, for real. And then $4.99 here from Yes Hakuzamin. I'm so sorry. Or Yasha Kuzman. I'm so sorry. Do you see a situation where Donovan is used as a super utility type there? Colt and Cole get the lion's share of the ABs. Yeah, I do. I do, Yasha. I think that when you look at the way this team is built, I would assume that Brendan Donovan is going to be a utility guy that you can put at any position, as in second base, third base. You can put him in left field and let Randy DH for a day. You can put him in right field, have Dom Canzone DH for a day. Second base, you can give Cole Young a day off. Third base, you can give Colt Emerson a day off as well. John Knapp with the 199 super sticker. Appreciate it, John. Appreciate it. Shout out Professor Chaos. Facts. So yeah, I think that that's going to be the move. I still think that appreciate that. Tracy, subscriber to the channel. I appreciate you so much. I still think that you are going to see Colt Emerson and Cole Young get the lion's share of at-bats at second and third. Appreciate that. Ricky, for subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much. But you could see Donovan filling in. You know, you're going to see him DH once in a while. You're going to see he's going to move around, right? He's going to give guys DH days. So he'll go play left field on a Monday and give Randy a DH day. He'll go play right field the next day and give Dom Canzone a DH day. Then you're going to put him at second base, give Cole Young a day off, potentially, versus maybe a tough lefty. And then you have Rob Refsnyder in there. You know? Why is Ben going to Tampa? What's going on with Tampa? I mean, we'll have to wait and see the rest of the trade, because there's got to be more to it. You know what I mean? He gives them some Young and Emerson insurance. Yeah, he's insurance. He is absolutely insurance. Any chance they trade JP? I highly doubt it. Is Dom or Victor the main right field guy? I'm gonna say Victor right now, but it just depends on if it's a lefty or righty on the mound. Steve Irving with a membership gifted to Nitro. Appreciate that, Steve. Thank you so much. Appreciate all the love today, chat. Hopefully we can get some more news for you soon. Any more news? The only thing that we have heard so far is that Ben Williamson's a part of this deal going to Tampa Bay. So, Yandy and Donovan to Seattle. I truly don't think that Yandy is going to get moved to Seattle. I don't. Donovan can play everywhere, but is he good everywhere? Yeah, I mean, he's fine. He's going to be serviceable. Mike E. Nightingale. Rays are a minor part of this deal. Okay, so the Rays are... So maybe the Mariners won't be getting a reliever back, unfortunately. I was hoping the Mariners would get a reliever back in this deal. Yeah, oh, that's the other thing is, yeah, Yandy probably would have been mentioned by now had he been a part of it. Wonder if it's going to be a quantity over quality trade. I hope so. $9.99 from John. Appreciate that $9.99, John. Will we make any more moves? Love the content. Shout out to you, John. I appreciate you as always, bro. I think that the Mariners may still add a reliever, but overall, offensively, I think this team's set where it is. Truthfully, I think that they are set where it is right now. Manny, I don't think either of them are going to go in this deal. Yeah. So it's a three-way trade. We know that Ben Williamson is going to the Rays, and that is all we've heard so far. So there's the drip. The drip news is driving you crazy. Yeah, it's dripping in right now. But Couldn't Romero be coming back with Donovan? Yes, absolutely. Jojo Romero could be a part of this deal as well. If maybe the Mariners, I don't know. Passan really lit a fuse, put it out, and then walked away. Yep. He's like, all right, cool. Figure it out, Mariner Mojo and everyone else who's on the seat of their pants right now. Just got back. We still only know Ben Williamson. Still only know Ben Williamson right now, Ian. Yep. Let's go, coach. Yeah, and that's true, Walero. I think that with the arms they've added into the bullpen as well, I mean, it's possible they don't want to add another reliever before, but I want Riley O'Brien. I mean, former Mariner Riley O'Brien, by the way. Could potentially be one of the best infield defenses in the league. Yeah, I mean, depends on which model you're using, right? JP, good on some models, bad on some models. Same thing with Donovan. Good on some models, bad on some models. So, I just saw a Cardinals fan drop to their knees in an Arby's. Facts. Yeah, I don't pay attention to baseball. Who are the Mariners getting? Brendan Donovan, he's a guy that can kind of play most of any position on the field. He doesn't strike out a lot. And I don't necessarily know like how far you want me to go, just because you probably like I don't want to say a bunch of like advanced analytic stuff, but doesn't strike out a lot, gets on base a lot, and it's probably going to be hitting at the top of the Mariners' batting lineup. From St. Louis, I hate to see Brendan Donovan go. Yeah, I do feel for St. Louis fans. I mean, listen, the Cardinals are a team that doesn't rebuild often, if at all. I would say that this is really the first rebuild that the Cardinals have had in a long time. With that being said, I think it makes sense for the Cardinals to trade a guy that has 2 years of control. So. At an Arby's, more like because they're in an Arby's. What? He's like an all-star, right? Yeah, he has been an all-star in the past. He's a solid player. He's not like a perennial all-star every single year, but he is an absolutely solid player. Yeah, gotta say go Hawks. While we're here, chat, go Hawks, huh? Go Hawks, absolutely. Again, chat, if you guys are just stopping in, please subscribe to the channel and like this video. It really helps us grow. And hopefully helps get even more people here to the live stream to check it out. But yeah, as of right now, Ben Williamson is the only guy that we know is going. I still do opening day third baseman Patrick Wisdom. You mean Colt Emerson. I truly 1000% believe that this move is to open the door for Colt Emerson to be on the opening day roster. For how much Jerry and Justin have talked about Colt Emerson being on the opening day roster over the past couple of weeks, I truly think that is the plan. I truly think that is the plan. I don't mind the trickle news because it makes the excitement last longer. True. Added bonus, Donovan was St. Louis Clemente finalist. Yeah, great clubhouse guy. Great clubhouse guy from everything we've heard as well. So, yeah, very good point, Gmo. Very good point. Donovan only has 40 games at third. I don't really care, though. He has that plus on base percentage we need in that lineup. Yeah, I mean, listen. He's not going to be your everyday third baseman, so I think it's fine. He could be if Colt Emerson is bad, but... Did I get that? Yeah, this is from Simply Seattle, chat. From Simply Seattle, you guys can use code MOJO10 for 10% off your Simply Seattle order, by the way. Does Colt Emerson meet the requirements for the extra draft pick in the event he wins Rookie of the Year? If he comes up at the beginning of the year, if he's on the team on opening day, yes, he would meet the requirements. So if he wins Rookie of the Year, then the Mariners would get an extra draft pick, which would be awesome. How many years is he under control for? 2. Mariners will have him this year and next year. $5.6 million this year. Next year is arbitration, so we don't know. This move was made to open the door for Patrick Wisdom. You mean Colt Emerson. Could be a better defensive left fielder. Yeah, I think that something we've talked about a little bit is that he could be the guy that gives Randy some DH days. So having Williamson at FanFest, then to getting traded is criminal. Is it bad to say that I don't think he's going to be the only one at FanFest that gets traded in this deal? I'm not the only one. Do you think Arise moving finally made this trade happen? Yeah, I think that was a big part of it, is that it took the Giants out of the running. So, what round is the extra draft pick? That's a fun rule. I want to say it is like just after the first round. Just after the first round. So it'd be like 30, like maybe in the 30s or 40s for that draft pick. Think Dylan Moore, but good. Our first baby's name was Caleb. Our second is going to be Josh. And our third is going to be Julia. And our girl's going to be Julia. Based off of Mariners names, it's actually sick. For Caleb, John, Raleigh, obviously Josh Naylor, and then Julia as in Julio. Donovan ensures a roster spot for Miles Mastroboni, huh? Interesting. We lost B. Will. Yep, he is going to the he will be going to the Rays. We got him. That's the rumor here, Levitt. That is the rumor right now, is that yes, he is going to be a Seattle Mariner. Parks up with the 5. Go M's and Seahawks. Special time for Seattle sports. All the good vibes. Way to be on it, Colton. Thank you. I appreciate it, Parks. I'm just glad I wasn't working today, so I was able to get on this as quickly as I could. Again, unfortunately, Joe is at a movie, so he can't be here to join us. I'll probably have a video out tomorrow. Once everything is announced, I'll have a video out tomorrow about this move that kind of breaks it down a little bit more. Why is Griffey hitting right-handed? He's not hitting right-handed. He's just... It's because the camera has it inverted. The camera has it inverted. I'm back. Did I miss anything? Nope. All we know so far is Ben Williamson to the Rays. Just remember, heck the Astros. Facts. Heck the Astros, chat. Heck the Astros. What do you think the package is? I think it's Ben Williamson and maybe Ty Pete to the Rays. I think that you're going to be sending Drangelo Saints to the Cardinals. That's what I think it's going to be. It showed Kopech and Phillips as free agents. If healthy, would you give them a chance? Yeah, I'd absolutely give, especially Kopech. I really like Michael Kopech. I would not mind if they signed Kopech, even if it's to a minor league deal or something like that. I wouldn't mind just giving him a shot. You know what I mean? One of the slowest moving trades I've ever seen. Yeah, we're almost an hour into this stream, chat. Nothing. My only complaint would be if Laz is part of the deal. Yeah, I would be pretty bummed if Laz is part of this deal. I love Lazaro Montes, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him at spring training. Add me to the call? No. Thanks for playing, Manny. No. Jage's recent tweet? What did Jage say? Let me go look. Jage says, okay, can offer some insight. From a Mariners fan's perspective, this deal won't hurt most. Not sure what Tampa added to the deal with receiving Williamson, but the outgoing Seattle pieces aren't the St. Louis fan asks. Going to be much closer to the C fan projections than the St. Louis side. Yeah, so I think that's fair. I think that's a fair criticism. If you're trading Ben Williamson, it's not going to be as big of a prospect package as we heard from like MLB Live, right? And I like, it won't be as big of a package as what they were saying. So, do we want to trade with Drangelo with Logan Evans out? We will inevitably need starting pitching depth with all the injuries. Yeah, I mean, ideally, the starting 5 stays healthy, right? That's obviously the most ideal outcome. It probably won't happen. You still have Cade Anderson. You have Emerson Hancock. Like, Drangelo is maybe your 7th or 8th on the depth chart right now. So, who do you consider as untouchable prospects right now? Ryan Sloan, Cade Anderson, and Colt Emerson, untouchable. The Mariners are getting Acuna. Okay, Fraudly. Still nothing, huh? Donovan, Nootbaar, and Romero. I don't think the Mariners have any interest in Lars Nootbaar, to be honest with you. I don't think they should, anyway. Do you know how a 3-team deal works? Is it 2 teams talking and they add another team to it, or does a third team hear 2 teams? It could be either. It truly could be either, I would say. So it just depends on the deal itself. Usually I would assume usually it's the original 2 teams talking, but getting a Riz jersey, what number should I use? Ooh, I mean, you could use what year he started with the Mariners. You could use, 41 for 41 years, or you could use 26 because he retired in 2026. I think any of those would be good. What's the latest info? As of right now, all we know is Brendan Donovan to Seattle and Ben Williamson headed back to the Rays. That is the only thing that we have heard so far, chat. So, Colton, read my message. Dog, okay. Oh. You think Cardinals would take bulk like Teddy McGraw, Christian Little, and Michael Morales? I could see it happening. I mean, the Cardinals, it's possible. I think that them taking bulk is certainly possible. Just it being a 3-team trade makes this so weird. Like, it makes it so strange. You know what I mean? So I don't really know with it being a 3-team trade, because that means that the Rays are going to be sending some guys as well, probably to the Cardinals. And are the Mariners getting anyone back from? Are the Mariners getting anyone back from the Rays? I just don't know. $2 from Aaron. What's the latest? Was in a meeting. Unfortunately, Aaron, nothing has changed. It's still the same. It's still Donovan to Seattle, Williamson to the Rays. That's all we know so far. They're keeping 729 people waiting. One of our biggest live streams ever, chat. Make sure you like the live stream if you could. Helps us out a ton to get even more people in here. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. What do the Rays need? The Rays are a tough one, simply because they're always a team that is looking for cheap, controllable guys. Ben Williamson definitely fits that bill. Ben Williamson makes a ton of sense for the Rays. He's cheap. He's going to be around for 5 or 6 more years. And he plays Gold Glove defense. He is such a Rays guy that I'm not shocked he's going. It's a bummer, but I don't think Emerson Hancock will be in this deal. Yeah, I agree. Emerson Hancock can either be bullpen or starting. I don't know why, but I feel like Walter Ford is involved. The Vanilla Missile. That would definitely be an interesting move. I mean, he had a rough year in 23, was it? Was it 23 he had a rough year? 24? But an okay year last year, so maybe. You can see Ryan Bliss in this trade. Ryan Bliss is an interesting one. I mean, we just don't necessarily know his health, so that's the hardest part with Ryan Bliss. I wonder if we had any lingering handshake deals still with the Rays over getting Randy. Maybe. Insert, oh my god, it's happening, Steve Carell gif. It's happening! Everybody stay calm! Stay calm! Is this real? It is real. Maybe Ty Pete is involved. I think that Ty Pete might be involved. The Rays, I know, like Ty Pete a lot. And now, that was last offseason that we heard that. And obviously Ty Pete had another tough year, so who knows? But I would not be shocked if Ty Pete or Griffin Huggis, I think either of them could be involved here, because the Rays like them both. Why does it seem like we always do deals with Tampa and Arizona? Because we do. I mean, we just do. I know you know from reasons, Manny. He's still rehabbing. Manny, do you know if he's going to be ready to go for spring training, like in terms of health? Do you know? Who are you most excited to watch this year? Honestly, Cole Young and Colt Emerson. Cole Young and Colt Emerson. Give a shout out as the #1 Mariners fan. John, appreciate you. John Cock, I appreciate you. That's our #1 Mariners fan right there. Hope you're having a good one, bro. Hopefully we can get some trade news going for you here in just a minute. What players are involved? As of right now, it is just just Donovan, and then Williamson going back to the Rays. Jimbo with the 10 months. Let's go, baby. Just started lunch with the news. Let's go. We love to see it. We love to see it. This opens great interviews for you to make happen when you're at spring training. I mean, yeah, maybe. I'm in. I'll see if I can talk to anyone. Best day off news ever if this goes down. I'm just glad that I was off on the day this actually happened. But Bliss said he should be close to 100%. Okay, cool. Good. Minus any setbacks, right. I'm watching at work because I have nothing to inspect right now. Let's go. Colton, come to Houston and watch Mexico with me. I would poop on their field. Still need more offense? No. I don't think there's another move offensively coming after this move. I think that Brendan Donovan will be the last offensive move made. Colt Emerson was spotted with Madison Beer at the Grammys last night. Yeah, for sure. I needed to do housework. Housework can wait. Let's go, Rich, with the 6 months. Yeah, housework can wait, bro. This is more important. This is way more important. Cal over 50 home runs. I will say Cal hits 42 this year. 42. I'll give you Val. Okay. All right, Charles. I'll get right on that. Are you talking to me or Manny? We need Manny. Manny. Shiny said that he'd give you $50 if you do it. I'm hoping we didn't trade for Arson Donovan. Arson Donovan. I'm a sous chef, so I don't get to check my phone much in the kitchen. Well, let's go. Good time to be able to check your phone. Good time to be able to check your phone. He's going to hit 61. Bet. I'm in. Funny meme in Discord. Oh, I saw that. Yeah. Seattle gets Brendan Donovan, the Rays get Ben Williamson, and the Cardinals get nobody. Shiny. That's right, Shiny. Listen, bro, I didn't come up with it. Who came up with it? Get Seth Halverson, please. I love Seth Halverson. Please. Time me out for 20 seconds. Only 20. Let's see. Put user in timeout. Unfortunately, 20 seconds isn't possible, so I'm going with a minute. Is Brendan Donovan going to help us win? I think so. He's going to be your leadoff hitter. He's going to be the guy that can play second base, third base, and the outfield for you, as well as DHing. So I think that he will help this team win a lot. Does Rivas still have a spot on this roster? Yes. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say that Rivas still has a spot on this roster because he can play multiple positions as well, including shortstop. Now, of course, Cole Young can play shortstop, but still. Matt Swanson is the other guy coming. I mean, I'd be cool with that, too. He's good. I'd be cool with that, too. Any updates? Nothing yet, game day. Nothing yet. Other than the fact that my throat's starting to hurt from talking. My throat's starting to hurt from talking, and I'm fat, so I'm running out of breath. He's got options too. We need Valley and Goldie only in the booth, please. No. Angie Menting's great. How long does it take till Donovan gets a picture outside the stadium? And whose would they replace? Seems like Rayleigh could be involved here. Possible. It's possible. I wouldn't be shocked. Let's see. Oh, okay, here. From Joel Sherman. The Mariners are indeed getting Brendan Donovan from the Cardinals in a 3-team trade that will include third baseman Ben Williamson going to the Rays and pitching prospect Drangelo Sanger going from Seattle to St. Louis. We've talked about that a lot. So Drangelo Sanger, chat, is getting traded in this deal. He is going to the Cardinals. Thank you, Mike. Sanger to St. Louis with the 2. Appreciate it. So switch pitcher Drangelo Sanger, although seems like he was going to be more of a right-handed guy this year. So Drangelo Sanger is going to the St. Louis Cardinals, which is something that we've heard that they have been interested in for basically all offseason. They have been interested in acquiring Drangelo Sanger. It's a bummer, but of the guys that were available, I think this makes the most sense. Hang on. Rip. Goodbye, my switch pitching king. It makes sense. I think that you don't want to trade Ryan Sloan or Cade Anderson. So I'm definitely not one of the only ones. Angie's great. Let's see. Yeah, I know. The told that Donovan would never get traded unless it was for one of the top four starters. Yeah, Cardinals fans are delusional. Delusional. Who else we getting back? As of right now, that's all we know. As of right now, that is all we know. Does Tyler Cleveland make the opening day roster? I'd be very okay with that. I made a video about how he could be a part of a part of the bullpen in 2026, and I think that maybe he should be. You feel like we overpaid in this trade? I mean, if Ben Williamson and Drangelo Sainja are the only guys you gave up, and you're getting Brendan Donovan back and maybe another reliever, maybe a reliever, then I think that this is a fantastic trade. We have to be getting someone else, right? I mean, I hope so. But is he even as good as my GOAT, Xavier Edwards? Yeah, right? That's the $1 million question. How do you think moving down the lineup helps Randy? I think it just takes some of the pressure off of Randy. Putting him in the 5 spot or the 6 spot in the order, I think makes a ton of sense. So, Talking Baseball posted the official trade. Well, I'm just struggling to figure out why the Rays are involved. There's got to be more to it somehow, some way, because the Rays would only be getting someone. They wouldn't be sending anyone. Yeah, they were. I mean, honestly, with the way things have gone down this offseason, we knew the Cardinals' asking price was going to have to come down, and the Mariners waited them out. It was an incredibly risky play for the Mariners to wait out the Cardinals on this deal, but it seems like it may have worked out. So, incredibly risky to wait out the Cardinals on this deal, because if someone else decided to make the deal instead, then yeah. Mariners have been connected to Quan, heard that multiple times. Jerry DePoto said on Saturday that Quan's not happening. In a 20-minute Q&A that he did with season ticket holders, someone asked him specifically about Quan, and he said, no. Let's see. Jerry's the GOAT. You guys are glazing Williamson too much in here. I mean, I do think that Williamson has a chance to be good. I just think that he, his fit here was a little bit weird. Talking Baseball deleted the tweet. Okay. Guys, we're not here to talk about Angie Minting. I don't know why we're talking about Angie Minting, guys. We're talking about Brendan Donovan. St. Louis, from best fans in baseball to most delusional fans in baseball. Yeah, the Mariners are the best fans, and the Cardinals are the most delusional. True. Okay, Manny. Okay. Are the Mariners giving up on Young? No. The Brendan Donovan is not going to be your everyday second baseman. Batting average matters says Williamson is already better than Donovan. Your name is batting average matters, and Williamson has a lower batting average on his career than Brendan Donovan. The end. Let's see. Yeah, there's got to be something else going on, Mello, for sure. Yeah, Young is going to be the starting second baseman, chat. He is going to be the starting second baseman. Williamson and Caballero 2026 All-Stars. Facts. Yep. So far we know Durangelo to St. Louis, and we know Ben Williamson to Tampa Bay. So Ken Rosenthal just tweeted, sources confirms if deal is completed, Williamson will go from Seattle to Tampa Bay. The exact return for St. Louis is not yet known. Durangelo Sanger sounds like it's a part of that. Yeah. Switch said Durangelo Sanger is officially the first round selection in the Jerry Dipoto era that will not make his MLB debut with the Mariners. Facts. What else are the Cardinals getting? We don't know. It's a great question. St. Louis fan here. Can we stop saying we're all delusional? Most of our fans are brainwashed by shit local radio who hate on everything. Cards. Bloom is doing it right. Cardinals way had to change. It did have to change. I completely agree. The only Cardinals fans that were delusional were the ones that thought that the Cardinals were going to get one of the top 4 starting pitchers in the Mariners rotation for Brendan Donovan. This move doesn't move the needle. That's just objectively false. I truly believe that this move moves the needle quite a bit. I think people are going to be surprised. People are going to be surprised when they see Brendan Donovan play baseball. People that haven't seen Donovan, they're going to be shocked. Young and Emerson becoming starters would be a good problem to have. True. All right. Oh, sorry, Jeremy. You got to be put in timeout, brother. I'll give this offseason a D+ just because I feel like they could have and should have done more. I feel like we prospect hugged again this year. I mean, what more did you want out of the Mariners this offseason? I guess is the question. Like, what more would you guys have liked out of this deal? Donnie Barrels era 2.0. I think Colton Wong is a better. There's more potential for Colton Wong than Donnie Barrels. Who are the Mariners still getting? Not the Cardinals. Sanger is criminally underrated. I think that Sanger is underrated in the fact that he's going to be focusing mainly on right-handed pitching. But I think that it's a fair package for Brendan Donovan from the Mariners side. I do still think that still think that we are going to see a move from Tampa Bay to St. Louis. Yeah, Donovan, people are going to be surprised when they watch Brendan Donovan play. This is a guy that I have been wanting for the Mariners for years. You can look back on our channel, and I have been asking for Brendan Donovan for years. Jim Bowden gave the Mariners offseason an A- before this move. True. I love the offseason and this trade. This immediately upgrades the team and makes the Mariners competitive. I truly believe that this makes the Mariners even more a favorite in the American League. That is true. The Mariners have given up more top 100 prospects than anybody else this offseason. That's a great point. That is a great point they have. Who's our third baseman now? All right, here we go. The Mariners are sending Ben Williamson to Tampa Bay and 2 prospects to St. Louis in the Brendan Donovan trade. Switch pitcher Durangelo Sanger and Ty Pete. Ty Pete is going in this trade. I was right about it being Ty Pete. I just thought he was going to go to Tampa Bay instead of St. Louis. So Ty Pete being traded in this deal. Durangelo Sanger is going to the Cardinals as well. And then you have Ben Williamson going to the Rays. So the full package, chat. The Mariners are losing Jurrangelo Cijntje, Ty Pete, and Ben Williamson. They are acquiring Brendan Donovan. And we don't know if the Mariners are acquiring anyone else, but I think that might be it. Just Brendan Donovan. So, I think we're only getting Brendan Donovan. People are going to say it's an overpay. They might be. If people are saying that Ty Pete being out of this deal is an overpay, they might want to go look at his numbers over the past 2 years. Because over the past 2 years, Ty Pete has a strikeout rate of like 35% in the minor leagues. Ty Pete, unfortunately, he's a non-factor for the Mariners moving forward. Especially, they tried to move him to the outfield, didn't work out. So the Rays side of this move has not been announced yet, as far as I know. Let's see. Yeah, still nothing from the Rays. So I don't know what the hell the Rays are giving up. I have no idea. But the full trade package just between the Mariners and the Cardinals. The Mariners are sending Jurrangelo Cijntje and Ty Pete to the Cardinals. Ben Williamson to the Rays. The Mariners are getting Brendan Donovan back and potentially more. I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be anything else. What's the point of Tampa Bay in this trade? Tampa Bay definitely has to send someone somewhere, right? Like, Tampa Bay definitely has to send someone somewhere. Who was reporting that? Only Williamson. Adam Jude just reported that Ty Pete is a part of this deal. Imagine if we get Uceda too. I mean, if we get Uceda too, Mariners World Series favorites. Factual information. Factual information. I think that Cijntje and Pete is a decent get for the Cardinals, but definitely less than they were originally wanting. I'm gonna assume that the Rays are gonna send another piece in this deal, but they're going to be sending it to the Cardinals. I think the Rays may be sending a top guy, like prospect wise, like a top 15 prospect to the Cardinals in this deal, if I had to guess. And they're getting Ben Williamson. That is my guess, is what's about to happen. Yeah, Pete, I mean, unfortunate. I love Ty Pete the person. I absolutely love Ty Pete the person. He's just had a rough couple of years, and he just doesn't fit with this team anymore, which is a huge bummer. I love Ty Pete the person, but the only person, I mean, I'm bummed to give up Ben. I do think that Ben Williamson could now, I do think that Ben Williamson could turn into something at third base, but the Mariners very clearly feel that Colt Emerson is going to be their guy at third base. And they now have a backup plan where if Colt Emerson is not the guy, you can put Brendan Donovan at third base. So if I had to guess our opening day lineup, I got to type it out. Because I'm not going to be able to remember what spots I've said. So 1, Donovan. Let's assume, chat, that we are facing a right-handed pitcher in this game. This is going to be the lineup versus right-handed pitching I could see anyway. Donovan, I'm going to put him in right field. Julio, 2. Julio, center field. 3, Cal, catching. 4, Naylor, first base. I might go 5, Canzone DH, just versus a right-handed pitcher here. 6, I'm gonna put Randy as your left fielder. 7, I'm gonna put Young at second base. 8, I'm going to go Emerson at third base. And then 9, I'm going to go Crawford. Let's go JP. JP at shortstop. That is kind of how I could see an opening day lineup versus a right-handed pitcher going. So, what if it blows up in our face like the Wong trade? Maybe the Cardinals are cursed. I mean, I guess that could happen. I mean, Colton Wong was a Brewer, but, you know, I guess it could happen. It'd be a real bummer. I think that Brendan Donovan's a better player than Colton Wong, but so what we gave up was Ben Williamson, and who's Brandon? Well, Ben Williamson, Ty Pete, Drangelo Sanger. Those are the ones. Those are the guys that the Mariners have given up. Adam Jude, new tweet? New? I think I already saw that tweet. Get Brendan Summerhill to Seattle. Yes, let's get all the Brennans. Yes, yeah, he came for the Brewers. But nonetheless, I appreciate the $4.99 Mello. You hate seeing 3 lefties in a row. It bothers my OCD. The nice part about those 3 lefties is you probably feel okay putting one of your right-handed bench guys in there to pinch hit later in the game if you have to. So, I don't know what the Rays are sending now. Why is Tampa involved? Dude, I have no idea. I have no idea. Who is Pete going to? It sounds like he's going to the Cardinals, which shocks me. Ty Pete straight up for Donovan is the proper valuation. Batting average matters. You are an absolute insane person. There's no shot that makes sense. Thanks for the shout out. Got you, bro. $4.99 from Rodney. I still think we need more. I mean, look how lost Canzone looked in the playoffs. I mean, if Canzone is bad, then you still have, you know, Luke Raley who can go play right field. Victor Robles can play right field. And then maybe you're DHing Randy and having Brendan Donovan in left. Like, the nice part about Brendan Donovan is that he can play so many positions that because he can play so many positions that you have so many options now. Every single day, you have different options of what you can do in terms of just positional versatility. So, I don't know. I mean, I think like for the Mariners to put this much faith in Colt Emerson, I'm in. Like, I like it. I like them putting this much faith in Colt Emerson because they have a backup plan if he's bad. Just like they did last year with Cole Young and Jorge Polanco going to second base when Cole Young struggled. They could put Brendan Donovan at third base if Colt Emerson struggles and needs to be sent down. It's also relatively easy to find a good corner outfielder at the trade deadline if Canzone, Robles, and Raley stinks this year. Very true. Very, very true. If you need to go out there and find a good corner outfielder, there are a dime a dozen come the deadline. I'm not saying they're going to be cheap, but it's not hard to find a good corner outfielder. You could maybe look at trying to call up Laz at that point. This opens up so many opportunities for the Mariners. I feel like this was such a perfect move. Such a perfect move. We should move Naylor and put me at first base. Me? I'm going to first base. Do we know all the details yet? I think that we are still missing a part of this. I think that we are still missing the Rays, what the Rays are sending, but I'm assuming the Rays are going to be sending it to the Cardinals. So it probably doesn't matter. But Ty Pete, Drangelo Sanger are being traded to the Cardinals. Ben Williamson is being traded to the Rays. The Mariners are acquiring Brendan Donovan. As of right now, that is what we know. I'm not sure if there's going to be more, but if Colt and Cole struggle, do you put Rivas at second base and Donovan at third? Yeah, I mean, you would have to cross that bridge when you get there, but all right, batting average matters. You're yelling into the void, buddy. You're the only one that's saying this. What did we give up? Ben Williamson, Drangelo Sanger, and Ty Pete are the guys that are gone. Brendan Donovan is coming back to the Mariners. Cole and Colt back-to-back is going to mess me up. Facts. Oh, Tampa's giving up a draft pick and another prospect in the deal? Oh, the Times is? Let's see. Seattle Times said that? Interesting. I can see the draft pick going interesting. Is Ryan Bliss just an afterthought at this point? No, I don't think Ryan Bliss is an afterthought. It's just we don't know if he's going to be 100% healthy. I'm the only one that's right. All right, buddy. Compared to the 775 other people in here, you're right. Batting average matters. You're the only one that's right. It's true, buddy. Dom struggled in the playoffs, but let's be real. That's a 10-game sample size. Yeah, I don't take playoff numbers into account at all with how guys did. Like, who cares? I mean, obviously it matters, right? But valuing them at that moving forward, it's a losing game. Hashtag interesting. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. You know what? I think that this move happened because I showed Jerry the Ty Dane Gonzalez video at FanFest. I'm going to say that is the reason. Colton, Colby. True. Bliss should be 5 for spring training. He was getting some work in on the field when the final few homestands were happening. Chatted with him during those days. Oh, cool. Perfect. Thanks, Charles. I appreciate it. Yeah, hopefully his knees healed up. Hopefully he's able to, be ready to go for spring training. And at that point, if he's, a bench guy for you, it's awesome. How does Joe feel? You guys will have to ask him when he gets out of the whatever movie he's seeing. So, all right. We'll just hit a 24-hour. Possible we move on from JP. I don't think so. I think JP will be here for the remainder of his contract, which is just this 1 year. But I could definitely be wrong, but it seems like Senja and Pete for Donovan is a good trade. I think adding Williamson means we are getting someone from the Rays. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's... Man. Like, I think that Ben Williamson being a part of this trade is just weird. It's weird. I think that Ben Williamson being a part of this trade just doesn't make sense to me right now. Mainly because we don't know what the Rays are sending. Sending Ben Williamson to the Rays and then the Rays sending a prospector to the Cardinals makes some sense because maybe the Mariners didn't want to give up like Las Montes, right? They were thinking like the Cardinals were like, we want Senja and Montes, and the Mariners were like, no. So we're going to trade Ben Williamson to the Rays, and then you can take a prospect from the Rays that you like and acquire them. So, why is Joe always at the movies when big stuff happens? I don't know, but I guess we got to tell him to go to the movies more, I guess. You're just here for big water bottle? It's a gallon water bottle, chat. This is the first 3-team deal in the Dipoto era, right? No, there's definitely been more. I think there's been more. You don't take playoff numbers into account. Can you expand on that? If a player is great during the regular season but falls flat in the playoffs every year, a problem? Because it's such a small sample size. Like, it's like a 10-game sample size. Like, you know what I mean? That's the biggest thing is, like, anybody can struggle for 10 games. Yeah, you can look at this guy and be like, oh, he was... Like, don't get me wrong. There is absolutely some merit behind saying this guy doesn't perform on the big stage. Absolutely some merit. But for a lot of guys, it was their first time in a moment like that. So it's hard to be like, yeah. It's hard to be like, yeah, those numbers are who they are. So... Adam Jude says, Brendan Donovan played primarily second base in St. Louis, but he's played all over, and the Mariners see him as a viable third baseman. Mariners are intent to give Cole Young and Colt Emerson chances to make the roster is also very real. Part of the reason why Donovan's versatility was so important to them. Yep. Yeah. So, yeah, I would say that that's a big part of it is he's so versatile. It's kind of what we've been saying over the last, hour and a half or so. Not signing Aaron Judge because he struggled in the postseason. Facts. True. We needed Donovan. I completely agree. This is the most, obvious fit that I have ever seen for the Seattle Mariners. You could say it confidently about Judge because he's had a big sample size. True. Black Manta says, hey, Kyle Tucker is a fantastic player and was a beast for us, but in the playoffs, dude was flat awful. Different game, doesn't change how good he is. True. Could see a Solsa return for Williamson. I hope so. If the Mariners can get a get a reliever out of this deal, I think then the Mariners absolutely won this trade. How many years of control for Donovan? 2. 2 years of control for Donovan. He's making $5.6 million this year. Next year, he is in arbitration. His last year of arbitration. Yeah, exactly. It makes sense why they decided to move off of Ben Williamson. To have Ben Williamson, Donovan, and Emerson all on the same roster, it just doesn't make sense, unfortunately. All those guys play a similar role. Didn't Cole Young go 0 for 40 last year? He did. I think Cal Raleigh in his first stint in the major leagues went like 2 for 56. Are spring training games fun to listen to on the radio? Can you catch spring training games on the TV? You can. I don't know what the TV schedule is for spring training this year. I'm not sure. But radio, yeah, I mean, you get to listen to Rick Riz, man. I mean, that's always perfect. They need to hurry up and notify the players so they can notify us. Adam Jute just posted 29 seconds ago again that Ben will... Bro's in a blender. Bro's in a blender. Yeah, he was 2 for 50 with two home runs. Yeah. Cole Young was unlucky. Yeah, I have a full video on why I think Cole Young could be a breakout guy next year. He was very unlucky. Very unlucky. Do we have the full trade yet? Not the full trade, Hunter, but we know that the Mariners are going to be acquiring Brendan Donovan. And they are trading Drangelo Sancia and Ty Pete to the Cardinals, and then Ben Williamson is going to the Rays. They'll always be rookie level, true. It's Caminero to Seattle, isn't it? Classic Rays pivot, no shot. Let's see. We lost Ford, Sancia, and Pete, Ben, Tyler Locklear for Naylor, Donovan, and Ferrer. I'd say we had a solid offseason. Facts. Why is everyone glazing Donovan? Man. Brendan Donovan's a very good player, and you guys are going to... all the Brendan Donovan deniers are going to be shocked. Fairbanks got traded earlier this offseason. Facts. 222 from Aaron. Colt and Brendan Donovan played 30 games total at third base last year. Yeah, I mean, Colt obviously had a spot at shortstop all year long last year, so it makes sense. But I appreciate that 222, bro. The black hair makes me think the black beard makes me think the silver hair is fraudulent. The black beard is actually brown, but it looks really dark right now because I've been growing it out like an off-season beard since like Christmas time, so it makes it look even more dark. But the hair is very real. I don't know how the hell it happened. I don't know how it happened. I don't know why my hair is gray, but my beard is not. There we go, Adam Jude. All right, here is the lineup Adam Jude has said. Brendan Donovan at second base or third base leading off. Then Julio, Cal, Josh Naylor, Randy Arozarena in left. Dom Canzone / Luke Raley, DH. Victor Robles in right field. Cole Young / Colt Emerson at second or third. And then J.P. Crawford at shortstop. Is Colt the shortstop of the future after this year? I believe so, yes. I believe so. The stress of Mariners fandom. That's probably what did it, honestly. Being a Mariners fan, I think, is what made me have gray hair. If you Google how is Brendan Donovan in the clubhouse, the Cardinal players must be pissed off right now. Yeah, he's a great clubhouse guy from everything we've heard. He was a Roberto Clemente Award winner or finalist or whatever in 2025. So, Boob Nightingale posted. Did he? Lineup got solidified. Facts. What did Boob Nightingale post? Bob Nightingale. Okay. Bob Nightingale 1 minute ago. The Mariners are trading prize pitching prospect Drangelo Sancia and minor league outfielder Ty Pete to St. Louis for St. Louis in the Brendan Donovan trade. Third baseman Ben Williamson will be going to the Rays for a prospect and a Comp B draft pick. Does that mean the Mariners are getting a prospect and the Comp B pick as well? Or is that going to the Cardinals? Are the Mariners getting the draft pick and the prospect? I would assume no. Maybe the draft pick. I don't think they would get the prospect. I'm confused. I'm even more confused. I'm confused. I don't know. Isn't this just 2 trades then? Yeah, it seems like it would just be 2 trades, right? So the Rays have to be sending somebody to the Cardinals in this trade. They have to be. So I'm assuming that means they're going to the draft pick and the prospect is going to the Cardinals, right? Am I wrong? What is happening, chat? What is going on? I'm so confused. That's just 2 separate trades. That's what I'm saying. What? The prospect and draft pick have to be going to the Cardinals. There's no shot. This trade news moving slower than Vogelbach running down the first baseline. Hey. You will not say his name in vain. At least one of those things has to be the Cardinals. Yeah, at least one of them, right? At least one of them. Average Rays transaction. I'll give you player X if you send player Y to the Rays. What? So true. So true, Tate. So true. There has to be more to this trade. I'm confused. I think we need a big water bottle moment to figure it out. Do we know what we gave up? Yeah. Drangelo, Saincha, and Ty Pete are going to the Cardinals. Ben Williamson to the Rays. That is what we gave up. Doesn't Caminero play third base? Yeah, but he could DH. I think they would rather have him DH. Let's freaking go. Yep, that's kind of where I am seeing the lineup. Randy DH maybe. Yeah, I could see that as well. Every 20 minutes they release a new name. Oh god. I mean, it's been we've been live now for an hour and 40 minutes, chat. And we still don't have a final official package. They're more productive than this news. Dude, I don't know why they can't, is it just that, why are they leaking it so slow to the media? Are they still trying to figure out how the Rays fit in all this? How's Wu going to be this year? I think he'll be good as long as he stays healthy. I do. Ty Pete's a tough one to lose. I mean, I love Ty Pete. I love the person. I love the ability that he has, but he has had a rough couple of years. He, if we were to do a prospect re-rank for the Mariners, which we will do, going into 2026, Ty Pete would be, nearly off my list, unfortunately. This trade's going to fall apart before it's fully announced. Don't you dare. Don't you dare say that. Rays are trading Colton Ledbetter and Comp B pick as part of this deal. To the Mariners or... Just say where they're going! To the Mariners or to the Cardinals? To who? Colton Ledbetter and Comp B pick. To where? Where are they going? Are they going to the Cardinals or the Mariners? Let's look up Colton Ledbetter. Hold on. What the hell is happening? Colton Ledbetter. Let's see. Here, let me switch over to the PC. That is so bright. Colton Ledbetter. He's center fielder, right fielder, left fielder. Bats left, throws right. He's 24 years old. Played last year in Double-A for the Rays. Hit 265, 337, 378 with a 716 OPS. 24, he was in High A. So he's out of college. Yeah, I mean, sure. He hit 16 home runs in Double-A or High A, 7 in Double-A. Interesting. Okay. Stole 37 bags. He's a speed guy. 128 strikeouts is, kind of a lot, but interesting. Interesting. Mike E with the 2 says, I'm assuming Dipoto got the draft pick. I mean, I could definitely see that happening. Obviously, the Mariners love draft picks. The Mariners are very good at drafting, and they've been, they would love to add more draft picks at all times, but raked at Mississippi State. Let's see. Wonder if he's in the Rays top 30. Let's see. He is number 24 on the Rays list. I really do think that the one of those pieces at least has to be going back to the Cardinals. He has to be going back to the Cardinals. One of them. You're screaming at them to draft White. If we got Ledbetter and a comp pick, that's insane. Yeah, if we get both of them, then the Mariners absolutely ate with this trade. Just showed up. What's the news? Mariners are acquiring Brendan Donovan and potentially more for Drangelo Sanger and Ty Pete to the Cardinals and Ben Williamson to the Rays. Wouldn't that be 2 Comp B picks for Seattle? Yep, that would be 2 Comp B picks for Seattle. Colson Montgomery trade incoming. Facts. Ledbetter is a Samad Taylor replacement. Okay. Okay, so Ty is reading this as the Cardinals are getting both Ledbetter and the Comp B pick, which I agree with. I agree with Ty that the Cardinals are getting. I think, chat, that the only player the Mariners are getting is Brendan Donovan, which is fine, which is very okay with me. Right? Obviously, I would love to have, a draft pick and, a prospect. But I'm very okay if by them trading, if the Mariners had to trade Ben Williamson to save themselves from having to trade Lazaro Montes or someone in this deal, I'm okay with that. Ty seems to think that Ledbetter and the Comp Round B pick are going to the Cardinals, which I would agree with. The whole trade is weird. I'm so confused. I'm still so confused. This team is 1,000% better than last year. I mean, I would say that, as a whole, yeah. How many years does Donovan have on his contract? 2 years. $5.6 million this year. And then arbitration next year. Yeah, so basically we are trading Ben Williamson, Ty Pete, and Drangelo Sanger for Brendan Donovan. Is that not a little much? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think that's an overpay. I think that people are really undervaluing Brendan Donovan, personally. Ty couldn't handle big water. It's true. Tampa has to get more from the Cardinals. I don't know. I think that it's fine. I think that what Tampa gets in this trade is fine. It was simply a way for the Mariners to not have to trade another prospect. And overvaluing Pete. Yeah, Ty Pete. I hate to say it. I love Ty Pete. No, thanks, Mason. Yeah, I mean, we know the deal. I love Ty Pete. He's very overvalued. Very overvalued. That's way too much for only 2 years. I disagree. This is a move that winning teams make, chat. This is a move, you have to go out there and acquire good hitters. You have to go out there and acquire good players. It stings to lose Ben Williamson, but you have to make trades like this. You have to. Go Yankees. Yankees, girl. Go Yankees. This is a Mariners podcast. You mean go Mariners. That's what you meant to say. I mean, I'm fine if the Mariners had to overpay. Like, the Mariners were going to have to overpay regardless, right? Like, it was either pay $20 million a year to Jorge Polanco or go acquire Brendan Donovan for 2 years, who's not making a ton of money, right? I'm not mad, but I'm not as excited as I was before. I mean, that's fair. Don't get me wrong. I truly think this is a great trade for the Mariners. Like, especially because, guys, you got to win it for Rick this year, right, chat? You have to win it for Rick this year. You know what I'm saying? Heck the Astros. Heck the Astros. Let's go, Charles. Again, I understand people being sad to see Drangelo go, and I did not have Ben Williamson being a part of that on my bingo card, but Brendan Donovan is going to surprise a lot of people, truthfully. Smooches, bro, smooches. DH is going to be a problem. I mean, literally anybody can play DH. You can have Donovan. You can have Randy play DH and have Donovan in left, so I'm not too worried about DH. We still have money on the ledger. Do we hold until the trade deadline? I wouldn't mind them acquiring another. I wouldn't mind them acquiring another reliever, but other than that, I think that's probably the last thing they're going to do. This is like the Randy trade. There's a good chance that both Brody Hopkins and Aiden Smith become dudes later down the line, but you need the player that Randy is now. Yeah, true. You need the player that Brendan Donovan is right now. It stings to trade somebody like it stings to trade someone like Ben Williamson and Drangelo Sainja, but it's unfortunately what you had to do to get this trade done. Paul Sewald's still out there. True, we can get Paul Sewald. $5 from Mike. It's a good trade, but it feels like putting a big down payment on a nice new car. It doesn't seem great now, but it's worth it in the long run. I mean, that's fair. I do, like, if the Mariners make a deep playoff run, get to the World Series this year, is anyone going to be upset about this trade, especially if Brendan Donovan's a big part of that? Is anyone going to be upset? Like, no one's going to care. So, yeah, we really had no other choice but to overpay. And I think that they were able to get Ty Pete in this deal instead of someone else is big. Listen, Ty Pete is not who we thought he was a few years ago. He still has plenty of time to figure it out. He is not who we thought he was. Is Brendan Donovan our everyday third baseman? No. Brendan Donovan is not our everyday third baseman. He's going to play second base, third base, left field, right field, DH. He's going to be playing 5 different positions. I think Colt Emerson is your opening day left fielder. I'm sorry, third baseman. Whoa. I think that Colt Emerson is your everyday third baseman. Why is Tampa Bay on this trade? I have no idea. It's a weird one. Okay, I do know why. Tampa Bay is on this trade because it was either that or the Mariners were going to have to send another prospect in return. An outfield prospect, more than likely. And who do you have but Johnny Farmello and Lazaro Montes, right? That would be going in that trade. So instead of doing that, they sent Ben Williamson to the Rays and had the Rays send a prospect to the Cardinals. Yeah, I personally don't think this is going to be an overpay. That's going to become a thing now. Emerson and left. Listen, when Emerson plays left field one day, you guys will all have to remember I was first. But does he play third base? Yeah, Donovan will play third base once in a while. Emerson will play third base. You know, I don't know what how it just depends on who's hitting. If Cole Young's hitting but Colt Emerson isn't, you put Donovan at third base. If it vice versa, Colt Emerson is hitting and Cole Young isn't, then you put Donovan at third. Like, it's just like you have those options now. Most of y'all didn't even know Ben Williamson 1 year ago. That is true. Emerson Hancock to left field. You heard it here first. All right, now we're getting weird, chat. Now we're getting weird. I want to. I want to get confirmation on what the hell is happening with the prospect and the draft pick before I end stream. Yes. Colts can play third base. Yes. Donovan kind of looks like a PNW guy. Could you imagine him walking around in like a pea coat, sipping a Starbucks? Where does Casey Lawrence fit into all this? True. What's our cap space? I mean, there's no cap space in baseball, so the Mariners can spend as much as they want to. However, I think that I'll have to look at, because we don't necessarily know how much money was sent in some of the minor league trades the Mariners have made over the past few weeks. So we don't know necessarily, but I think the Mariners probably still have like $5 or $6 million to spend. Donovan fits with Beard Gang, chat. Ben Williamson might turn out to be the best player we sent in this trade. By the way, it's true. Like, if D'Angelo Sainja doesn't work out, it's facts. Who gets the final 2 bullpen spots? I actually made a video about that recently, but I think I saw Donovan at Great Notion in Ballard wearing a flannel. Yeah, the Mariners can still, like, again, if you get to the trade deadline this year and someone like right field struggling, or you need to add a reliever, you can do that still. You can do that. And you don't have to wait until the trade deadline. You can do it in May if you want to. Let's say someone gets hurt, you can make that move in May. I think Donovan reminds me more of Ben Gamble than Taylor Motter, personally. Yes, so Steve, that's a huge point. So with the potential for a lockout next year, that could be a problem. That could absolutely be a problem. So could you only have Ben Williamson for 1 year? It's possible. From a Cardinals fan, gonna miss him in St. Louis. Yeah. I mean, I'm bummed for you guys and the Cardinals land, because obviously he's a great player, and it sounds like he's a great dude too. So, Yun with the 5. I like that we didn't include Montes or Farmelo. We need left field and right field next season. Yeah, I mean, both guys could play a role next season in something like that. I'm glad that Farmelo and Lazaro are staying next year, or this year. Can we say hi to Joe? No, we cannot. Yeah, Tampa Bay will be back at the Trop. You just can't predict the lockout situation. I mean, yeah, you have to assume that there's going to be baseball next year. You have to, because you can't be wrong. Who's going to play third? Colt Emerson and Brendan Donovan. Just Baseball tweeted a graphic saying that the Mariners are receiving Brendan Donovan and outfielder Colton Ledbetter. So they might also be receiving Colton Ledbetter, who is like a depth piece more or less in the outfield, with the Comp B pick going to the Cardinals. If I tell you the Mariners are receiving Brendan Donovan and the number 24 prospect from the Rays, does that help the people that are saying this is an overpay? Does that help? Because personally, do I think Colton Ledbetter matters in this deal? No. Do I think that he has a chance to maybe be like a fourth outfielder type? Sure. We don't know the full deal yet, but that is what Just Baseball is tweeting, is that Ledbetter is going to Seattle while the Comp B pick is going to the Cardinals, and the Rays are just receiving, obviously, the Rays are just receiving Ben Williamson. This is a steal of a trade. Fine with or without him? Yeah. Everyone, I truly don't think this is an overpay, even if you're only getting Brendan Donovan. I don't. I truly don't. We need more outfield help in the long term? Maybe. I mean, you have Julio forever. Laz and Johnny Farmelo are coming up. Spencer Packard, there are other guys, but I don't think that Ledbetter is a guy that's like, yeah, he's going to be a big part soon, but Nelly indeed going to a team. I wouldn't be shocked. Yeah, I even if the Mariners were only getting Brendan Donovan, I think that this would be a fine trade. He's the number 9 outfielder right now. Is that factual information, chat? Is that factual information? Top 10 by position. Outfield. 2026. Oh, you're talking about Laz. You're talking about Laz. Oh, my bad. I thought you were talking about Ledbetter. So much for Wu going to St. Louis. Yeah, sorry, Cardinals Live. Sorry. Ledbetter for Ty kind of seems like a wash. Yeah, I would agree with that. Well, I think that might be the closest thing we're going to get to confirmation for a while, chat, until this deal is officially announced. So I think, and the deal could take up until tomorrow to be officially announced. So I'm probably going to call stream there. I will have a video out tomorrow talking about this trade and why Brendan Donovan fits the Mariners in a more concise manner. So be sure to subscribe to the channel for that, like this stream here. Super excited, dude. Super excited for Brendan Donovan to be a Seattle Mariner finally. After years I've been asking, it's finally happening. Sounds like just full trade. Mariners are receiving Brendan Donovan and Colton Ledbetter. The Mariners are trading Drangelo Senja and Ty Pete to St. Louis. And they are trading Ben Williamson to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is sending Colton Ledbetter to the Mariners. And then also sending a comp round B pick. So that is what the full trade is, but it's been reported so far. Chat, again, I'm going to have a video tomorrow, so make sure you guys are looking out for it. I appreciate the hell out of the love in this stream and everybody being a part of it. And I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Peace out.